Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
you do such an amazing job with stories that, like, you can go into lifestyle, you can go to hard hitting stories. How did you even get your start as a career in journalism?
You know, and this is maybe something I can tell the 30 somethings, the 30 and 30, women
Yes.
who are here, 30-year-olds who are here. I really didn't know what to do. Sabagay, this was in my younger years. In high school, I didn't really know. So when I took the exam in UP, I took business administration and accountancy. That was the course that I picked kasi parang yayaman ka. And oh my God, at least I knew I hate what I didn't like. So that after the first year, I said I don't like this, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I happened to meet a friend who was shifting to journalism, to a communications course. So I said, ako na rin kaya, but I didn't like to shift to broadcasting, ironically, because I had friends who had majors in broadcom and who were always hirap bringing props to UP. So I said, ayaw niya. So I took communication research. And then I didn't finish. I didn't finish college.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't. I was delinquent. Oh my God. I was more into my sorority.
Actually, that's how I
I was always in the basement. And
yeah.
then we had plays. We were trying the sorority at that time, Sigma Delta Phi, was like it had it seemed parang lost relevance when it was really a society of dramatics and fine arts. So we wanted to bring that back. So we started a playwriting contest. Then we mounted the winners of the contest. So I was very focused on my extracurricular activities. So anyway, um, then it was my father who said, "Why don't you apply in then MBS 4?" Marcos time pa. So it's Maharlika Broadcasting System. I guess he knew me more than I did myself. So I did apply, and I was still a trainee, and I knew that this was what I wanted to do because no day was the same. You know, parang you're one day you're covering a hostage taking situation. One day you're meeting people from all walks of life, from the downtrodden to the you're walking the corridors of power. So I loved it instantly, but I did not have the skills. I mean I took Journ 101 under Louis Beltran, dinrap ko pa under the famous Louis Beltran. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah. So but I love to write now when I was younger. So you develop the you develop the skills as you cover stories.
I like that you branded yourself as a former delinquent. I like that label of yours. It's interesting.
For the longest time, my parents didn't know. Kasi parang I was irregular na. My
Oo.
dad didn't know yata. He only read it in the newspaper because I didn't want to pretend that I had a degree, di ba? But,
Oh,
you don't naman also volunteer the information.
of course.
But then I was interviewed and I said, I was a dropout. Then may nabasa ng daddy ko.
I was like, what?
And even my kids, I never really told them until they were, because syempre I was worried baka they'll imitate me,
Copy.
right?
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
source of pride, and I brought all my kids except the one who now lives in the States to was 3 years ago when the College of Masscom gave me an outstanding alumnus award. So talagang sabi ko, oh,
Wow.
this beats a diploma.
Yeah. All the time.
It probably means that sometimes those are like the qualities of a risk taker. Like you really just you don't
I
follow
am
the
a risk taker. Super, di ba nakidnap nga ako?
Yeah,
yes.
that was a crazy story, wasn't it?
Super. I knew the risks, but I went on pa rin.
Yeah. How did it feel like? I think in your interviews you were saying it was pretty hard to apologize to that mistake publicly. How does it feel like now that you look back on
Mm,
that?
It had to be done. Otherwise, I would not be able to continue my career as a journalist because you ask people in power to be accountable for their actions, right? You demand accountability from our leaders. And
Mm,
then I won't be accountable for my own mistakes or actions.
yeah.
So it wasn't really diff it wasn't difficult. It's just, I guess, publicly, that it's humiliating.
Mm,
It was a humbling experience. It was very humbling.
yeah. Have you ever bombed an interview?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the worst
There was
one?
one time, I was so excited because this guy was very difficult to catch. Remember the I love you virus? Parang supposedly siya daw yung gumawa nun.
Yeah.
I remember one of the teachers of my sons telling me that sometimes you just have to be there to catch your children when they want to open up to you.
So
But I
that's
was so shocked one time, my youngest son,
mm.
just out of the blue, opened up to me and said, I'm gay. And then I was at a loss for words. I said, do you know how to use a condom? What's the first thing that came to mind?
What did he say?
Did you have an inkling beforehand, or were you completely taken like shocked, blindsided?
Blindsided.
Okay.
Interesting. But
Yeah.
so, as you mentioned in an interview, that being a newscaster was no longer challenging. What
Mm.
continues to be a challenge for you?
Well, that's why I moved to digital to become executive editor of ANCX because that was challenging. I didn't know, how it worked. Uh, so that was really a challenge to me. um it's more telling the stories out in the field that really excited me, that challenged me. It's
Mm.
trying to make sense of was happening outside the newsroom, in the real world, in the streets, wherever you go to the far-flung areas, you go to the source,
Mm,
not not being an arbiter, not being just the source, the supposedly credible person who's reading from a script
mm,
that was written by other people, diba? And then now, what's challenging me now, I'm finding so much fulfillment in doing things so different because I dealt with hard news, hard facts. I'm doing things with my hands. I'm so amazed. Like,
Yeah, I saw
the,
the soap making. That's
yeah,
amazing.
just wrapping. It's so fulfilling. I get so excited when I'm about to cut because it takes 40 days to cure. And
Oh,
I'm
really?
so excited at the when I'm about to cut because it's mature na.
mm,
And
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm so thrilled at doing things with my hands. So it's a
Mm.
different fulfillment.
mm.
Kasi news, diba, it's more words. It's very cerebral. Here, parang I'm using more of my other senses.
Yeah.
Mm.
Smell, like perfume, diba? Taste.
Mm.
What about touch?
Maybe it's
Yeah.
always been in you, except
Oh,
that you
that's
were
why si
using a
Madonna
different
of the
skill set.
newsroom, medyo, kasi Madonna, nagre-reinvent supposedly. I
Yeah.
Mm.
don't know. I'm
She's
not
timeless.
not
She's
to put her
forever.
down, but maybe because also something new interests her, di ba? It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really mean as if you have to rejuvenate your career and so you have to reinvent yourself. It's really just evolving, I think.
Mm.
And that's why I always say, setbacks are actually opportunities. If you don't get what you want, there's always something there na hindi mo pala nakita. It opens your eyes to what you're so focused on this thing as if it's the like end all and be all of your, di ba, parang the goal of your career or your life, and then you don't get it, parang you get so disappointed and so depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
so you're
I'm
so
quick to recover from a setback siguro. Parang ganon. I'm not gonna wallow in my self-pity or something like that.
mm-mm.
But there have been many setbacks, many. Like you aim for to anchor TV Patrol, for instance, we were auditioning on air, would you believe? Yeah.
So let's jump a bit, says, to your life in your 30s. Because Bea and I are frustrated 30-year-olds. We just started
Wait,
Are we?
how old was I? 62 ako eh. So that was 90. I was just starting being an anchor. So that was 62, 92. 1992. Oh my God. Wow.
Sure. And like I just see you in news and I think if I could just like, the confidence that you have, I think you don't really understand that a lot of women look up to that kind of confidence. And I think it's sometimes hard, especially in, I don't know, in this culture where people judge you or there's
Mm,
religion biases. There's so many different challenges for a woman to speak up. So when you see a journalist, I don't know, there's
mm.
something about it. It's exciting. Yeah. But yeah.
I guess it's just because of the experience. I mean, if you met me 30 years
30 years
ago,
ago.
it would have been I mean, when I was 30, diba, I was still unsure what career to pursue because, I mean, what career to pursue. I love broadcasting, but, I was
Yeah.
unsure if I continue, you had so many, and you're trying to prove yourself pa,
Yeah.
diba?
Mm-mm.
So, I it comes with the age also, I guess,
Mhm.
experience. The doors closed on you, di ba? All these things. And I guess as a journalist, sometimes you have to fake your confidence. Yung parang mukha ka lang, makapal ang mukha mo, you really have to push minsan,
Yeah.
minsan.
So, says, you were talking about 40s was your prime and then your 30s. So what advice would you give yourself when you were 20? What advice would you give yourself when you were 30? And advice for when you're 40?
Mm.
It's
I don't have any regrets about starting a family young, but maybe, and I think women have proven to be wiser na now, diba? They're
Mm-mm.
delaying
Yeah.
getting married. They're really focusing on themselves first before starting a family. I had my first child was like 24, 23. So young, diba? I had so much responsibilities. My God.
mm,
Not that I regret. I
Yeah.
mean, but I could have exploring my interests more. But
Mm-mm.
sabagay, I'm getting to do that now. It's not too
mm,
late. It's not too late
Mm-mm.
also. 30 naman, I would this advice, not because I have the benefit of hindsight, but I always believe this. You really just have to love what it is you're doing and don't really focus so much on the money. I mean, I didn't have much money. I wasn't when I was starting or earning really well. But then when an opportunity was given you, I never asked, magkano ba yan? How much will you pay me? I was just really loving the craft.
mm.
And then the money will come later.
I'll go with something cheesy. What is one quote that you live by?
Oh my God. Never say die.
Oh,
Ah.
Never give up. I guess a memorable uh, story in my career because so what happened there was I was seeing some commotion. There were men with guns running from a scene. Then I heard gunshots, so I threw myself on the floor, and then I told my cameraman, "Bumaba ka, i-shoot mo, bumaba ka, i-shoot mo." So he went to to film it while I was on the floor of our crew cab like a pickup. And then I heard na lang, a voice say, ibigay mo yung camera mo, ibigay mo.
Oh no.
And then there was another gunshot. And I was thinking, my God, I won't even see if we get hit by a bullet, yung puwet ko yung matatama. So
Yeah.
I got up. I remember telling the cameraman, ibigay mo na. Kasi he couldn't give it because at that time, cameramen had big battery belts.
Oh yeah, it was strapped on.
Camera. So he
Yeah.
could not take it out. I was saying, bigay mo na, my God. So the gunman ran away with our camera. So we had no video. So
Oh.
when I saw the scene, when I got down the vehicle, I was wishing my eyes were a camera. I mean, we were so helpless. We were like TV with no video. And then I got on radio to report it. So that was, and then for the longest time, for about several weeks, I would change the route going home. I was afraid that like the NPA would come after me. But then they asked me if I was open to interview them. So I was able to meet the gunmen. Yeah.
But I'm so curious, Cess. Like you've been through like
I know, dahil
legit.
maaga ako gumising.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's why
I
wake
change
up
my
early, guys.
iba na, 5 a.m.
But
So
those
that
are
was a
like
big scoop.
Yeah.
yeah, but those are very like you've been through literally life-threatening situations. I'm just curious,
Yeah.
what goes? I've never been through something like that. What goes through your mind? Like what instantly pops up when you feel like you could die?
I was thinking, baka naman this is already my time. I mean, I had time to think.
Yeah.
Uh, baka until here na lang, parang ganyan. And so you prepare to be, parang my prayer was for me to be ready if it is really my time na.
So it's calm and not panic. Like, like
Yeah, yes. When it's amazing when parang all hell is breaking loose, you're calm.
was
Like I
that
remember in that Peninsula Siege when di ba, they rammed the
Yeah.
APC. And I was
yeah.
thinking, acoustics lang yan. Hindi. Wala. Hinam na pala yung ano. Kasi in previous coups, minsan parang kunyari lang naglalaban-laban sila. Kasi they're the same naman, di ba? It's the same
Mhm.
military fighting each other. So I was saying, acoustics lang yan, huwag kayong mag-alala. Yun pala.
Yung pala, it was a attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think kasi naman that President Arroyo would do it, but she was like determined.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
You get
You
goosebumps.
have to be, I
I
think that's
know.
the reporter's mantra. Kasi you have to project calm when
Mm.
all hell is breaking loose, diba?
Yeah.
You can't be panicky. You can't be like super excited and like, but it's hard. But then I guess, it comes with experience and training. Kasi there are times like you have to go live and seconds before that, it's like
Yes.
so many things are happening. Then you have to concentrate and look, diba? Calm
Mm.
and
Yes.
collected. But
I sprain yung
you
hair
just
and
got
then
there. Well, you just got to the scene. You just parang how will you have to collect your thoughts.
mm-mm. So Bea has like her favorite question that she loves asking
Oh, what's
every
that?
But you
situation.
know what? No matter what, this is a real test. People get stunned from this question. What is love? And this is no matter who I ask, they're still like,
Talaga naman. Parang it's so love is a decision. At least in a relationship, it's a decision.
Yeah.
yeah.
You work at it. And that's
Mm.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I like answers like that because sometimes you hear the whole "it should be easy, love is it'll just happen," and that's all like a far far away fairy tale. I'm like, okay, pwede ba? Hindi naman yung nakikita ko in real life, so
It will find you. I was like, talaga? Even
parang
now?
parang gusto ko maghanap. Ako na lang maghahanap. Ayoko na maghintay.
What in life are you most grateful for? I mean, everyone's trying to be grateful at the moment. What would you be more grateful for?
I'm so grateful for my space and I'm really proud of it because I, it was my blood, sweat, and tears. Really, it's like a product. There's something tangible. The reason I say that because I have. It's not the most fantastic place or what, but um, I have a really nice deck that's open, and I don't think I would have survived the pandemic if I did have this open space.
Hmm.
I saw your house tour. I love like all the plants and then your
Yeah,
herbs.
yeah. So
Ganda.
I guess
Okay.
my personal space, is that the answer?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
brings solace to people. Like you need
Mhm.
your space given
No,
now that you're at
Yeah.
home.
I had no husband who helps me pay the bills. It's just really me. So I'm
Mm.
like really proud of that.
What is one thing that you do not understand about yourself?
I like to stress myself out.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
even with the stress, Drilon.
Ah, one thing I do not understand, parang I like this. I have organization in this. Ano, I find I'm not the most organized person,
Mm.
so I hate to admit it.
Finish the statement. I will be content when blank.
Oh my god! When I really live in a farm,
Oh, that's
really
cute.
live, as in live permanently.
Mm.
How far away is that from happening?
Kasi internet, 'di ba? Pag mahirap magkumu sa farm,
Oo nga.
Oh, from the forest.
Um, Shop yung Wi-Fi. So Bea's favorite question is the what is love?
what is
This is
love?
my,
What's yours?
yeah,
Oh my god!
this is my personal favorite. Use three words to describe your life. One word for the past, one word for the present, and one word for the future.
Ang hihirap ng mga tanong niyo, ah. I will steal your questions.
Yes, for sure.
Sure. All yours.
Sure, it
For
doesn't
the past, daring.
Yeah.
Present ba?
Yeah. One word for the present.
Challenging,
And then one for the future.
like possibilities. There's so much possibilities. Exciting.
Exciting. I love it.